And we're back in the Stone Creek Kitchen with Executive Chef Tom Harvey from Eddie V's Prime Seafood, making our steak au poive. Did I say that right?
Yes, perfect.
I'm impressed with myself.
You're natural.
Au poive. What does that mean?
Well, au poive is just with pepper.
Okay.
So it's basically just the classic French preparation, typically for a strip steak like we're doing today. And we do the pepper crusting as we have on the steak over here. It's sizzling really nice.
Now, is that? I mean, that's all, we put it on. We're not putting it in the grill, in the oven, or anything like that. That's it. It's done. It's
No, this steak we actually cook. It gets cooked in a pan, so it's a little bit different.
Okay.
Typically, in the classic French kitchen, the grill has a lot less prominent place than in classic American restaurants.
Gotcha.
Now at Eddie V's, we do our steaks in an 800-degree broiler, but this steak is the one exception. We actually do cook this in a pan.
Oh, okay.
And we actually use a cast iron at the restaurant, which is great for the heat that it brings to it. So.
That right there. Those are probably two of my favorite things.
Garlic and shallots.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it's the building block of all things that taste good.
Yes.
For sure. Except chocolate.
Well, and chocolate and cheese.
Yeah.
Those kind of drive me crazy too. Let's talk a little bit about the basic kind of flavor layers of this and why they work with this particular steak.
Well, basically what we're looking for is just a nice robust taste, but a pretty rounded flavor, because the flavor of the pepper on the steak is a little bit spicy.
What do you mean by a rounded flavor? What does that mean?
Well, basically we're going to use a little bit of cream in the sauce to really, it's a term we use a lot in the kitchen, just so the edges of the flavor are sort of rounded, so rather than having a really sharp
in layman's term, it would be a little bit smoother. It wouldn't be as
smooth's exactly the
okay.
right word. Yeah.
Okay.
Smooth, a little bit mellow, because the flavor of the steak is very pronounced.
It could be, for lack of
exactly.
a culinary term.
Well, with every dish, even a really nice simple dish like this, balance is a big part of what we're looking for in the flavor. So
we put our garlic that we chopped not finely, just it's pretty big chunks.
Yeah, very quickly. We're actually going to strain it out of this sauce rather than leaving it in there. So.
Some shallots, and you put some mushroom stems.
Mushroom stems, yeah, just for a little bit of flavor. I'm going to put a couple of black peppercorns in here as well. And we'll let this
and
get
just
going
by
nice
kind
and
of
hot.
rolling around in the pan with the other ones, they're going to infuse flavor into the other things in there?
Exactly. What
Okay.
we're going to do in here in a minute is take our brandy, which I've got a little bit of here.
Now, folks at home, if they get a little nervous when they think about cooking with brandy because they think, I don't want it to taste, really alcohol-y.
Right.
What would be the key to making sure that it has just a mild enough flavor to be pleasing and not overpowering?
We're exactly right. We're typically not looking for the taste of raw alcohol in our food, whether it's wine, brandy, any other spirit. And basically what we're doing here by putting it in the pan and letting it steam off a little bit is the alcohol is basically evaporating. So that sort of raw alcohol taste is gone, but then we keep the nice flavor base of the brandy in there. So now we've got the brandy is sort of evaporated out, gotten almost dry. And then we're going to go in here with a little bit of cream. Not too much. We're not trying to make a super heavy dish.
Do you need this too?
Yes.
Okay.
Just a little bit of our veal stock. And this, obviously I'm fortunate because we have a very talented prep crew and we make our own veal stock from bones and huge batches and stuff like that. Very high quality demi-glace and veal jus products available at any good grocery store now.
Okay.
And so
we just look for that.
Absolutely, do not be afraid to use these things. The quality of them has really evolved over the years, and there really are some that are quite good.
All right, I'm going to let you work on this a little bit more. I'm not going to rush perfection. This is going to take a little bit of time, and so I'm going to let you work on that, and then we're going to pull it all together here and give it a taste coming up in the next couple of minutes.